Hi everyone, welcome back to Ian's Outdoor World. Today I want to talk about the bow build I'm using for the 2025 deer season. Currently, what I've been rocking this year is the Hoyt Alpha X 33, yes 33, 2024 model. Got it last year, was hunting with it quite a bit and managed to kill quite a few things with it. And well, I just thought it was too good to give up this year, so I've just been running with this for a while, and I'm planning to hold on to this bow for a real long time until I finally feel it's time to upgrade. Anyways, besides that, I happened to this year for hunting season, I happened to pick up the UV2, the UltraView UV2 slider. And the reason being is because, well, a few years, kind of when UltraView first started coming out with stuff, like your UltraView scope, which apparently I started kind of following them when they came out with their first sight, and well, I liked it a whole lot, but I never made a move to get one really, just because, of course, I'm a left-handed shooter, and since I didn't have a left-handed sight at the time, I was a little bit hesitant about that. And well, I've been kind of following them ever since, and this year it just so happened to come out with a UV2, but that's actually left hand and right hand dominant. And well, I decided this is it, and so I finally just made the swing and I got myself what is now to be my favorite sight. And the reason I like this so much is because this wheel, it's so much easier to adjust than a sight I've previously been using to do target archery and hunting with. Even have done a few tournaments with it. But anyways, really nice dial wheel, and the cool thing about it is, well, the nice thing about this sight is the lock, where the lock is right next to your index finger right here, so you don't have to reach over anything at a weird angle to try and flip that up and then move back to your wheel. And something else I really like about it that I honestly haven't used a whole lot just because I haven't had the need for it is the override system, which I think is really cool that no other sight has. And with this sight, I'm currently running a 3-pin horizontal, just because well, last year I happened to get the UV XL scope with the 3-pin vertical, but I found that after a little while that I didn't really like that setup, just because I want to be able to move my pins accordingly to where I want my yardage fixed at. And since I had fixed pins, I couldn't do that, and so I was stuck at 20, 40, and 60. Well, with this one, I have the ability to adjust it now, and so I've currently got it set to 20, 30, and 40. So much easier. Also, with this bow setup right now I've got, I currently switched over to what's the name? AAE Prophecy QD. From a QAD integrated I think. Yeah, but it wasn't integrate. Anyways, really have been liking it ever since I got it this summer, and well, most durable sight I've had most durable air rest I've had so far. Something I really like about it is, of course, its robust design, and in my mind it's bulletproof. Of course, that's not what I don't think they advertise that, but I mean, it seems a lot more it seems like it can be banged around a lot more than what I used to have. But anyways, with this air rest here, it has a nice locking mechanism in it, so no matter what you do, you cannot make that fall back down. Of course, it is plastic, so it can't bend a little bit, but I'm not worried about that if it's breaking. And well, compared to my old Q80 Integrate, where if you accidentally happen to just bump the side of that arrest a little bit, you can accidentally make your arrest fall down. Which, of course, it doesn't happen to me all the time, but there were a few occasions where I had that incident. Like, for instance, one time I remember I was hunting in the trees and I was knocking on an area so that I wouldn't have to do it if an animal walked out. And when I was doing it, I happened to bump the arrest, and of course the arrest fell down. I almost dropped my arrow out of the tree. But anyway, like the upgrade from that. Also, something I think is kind of interesting about it is it kind of locks in place like you would see on a limb-driven wrist. Although the nice thing about it is if you don't want to have it up all the time, well, of course you have to cook it up. But if you don't want it left up all the time, if you want bring it back down, the way you do that is, if my camera will focus here, this part right here, it's kind of like I guess it's kind of what drives this system, honestly. And the way to make the arrest fall down. I can't remember focus again. Sorry. Well, anyways, if you bump that up like that, the arrest will fall down on the other side. And that's something else I really like about this. Plus, it does have these really nice adjustments here on the side, and some locking screws, so that way you don't ever have to worry about your arrest moving. And yeah, just overall, I really enjoyed it this year. Apart from my old QAD. Oh, and also for the stabilizers, I decided to use the Miele stabilizers. It's I'm not sure if it's a very well known company. But I happened to see it at Total Archery this year, and I've been kind of interested in their products a little while before, but I decided to check it out in person over there, and well, they happened to have this over there, and well, I kind of just picked it up and looked at it a little bit, shot with the sun, and decided, you know what, I like it. And the really neat part about it is, compared to most stabilizers, where the rod is supposed to be lightweight, so that all the weight on it is well, where it's screwed into. Well, this one, it's kind of distributed throughout the stabilizer. Currently, I still think that the most of the weight is up at the front where it's supposed to be, but I think there's about an ounce that's been distributed throughout the what would you call that? The riser, I guess. Rod? I don't know. Anyways, though, although I bet you're probably wondering what this thing is right here. Well, that is my favorite part about the stabilizer. You see, when I'm walking out in the woods, or if I'm carrying something, something I always find myself doing is I always find myself resting my stabilizer up against my arm. And with a regular stabilizer, you know that since they're all rounded off, they constantly slip off. Well, since it kind of has this, I guess I'm just going to call it saddle right in here, or this groove, however you want to call it. It gives you a place to rest your arm when you're carrying it. So it makes it a whole lot more comfortable to do it with. Of course, another way you can do it is like this, but obviously since I have this extra 5-inch bar on here, just to give myself a little more length to bring this up to about 15 inches here. It's not quite as comfortable as the other way, but I still like it. And another interesting thing about it is since these come out like forks in a sense, forks in a way, you can actually use it to hang your bow on stuff like this. You don't have to worry about it getting all dirty on the ground. And everything. And yeah, besides that, I'm also running a 10-inch sidebar with about 6 inches back here, and also 6 inches up here. That's just why I personally feel comfortable with using. And is there anything I'm missing? Oh yeah. Also got the Hoyt Go Sticks on here. Really like these. Make it really convenient to set my bow down and everything. And also something I've noticed with them is that however you adjust it, whether it's from up here to all the way back here, it kind of helps with aiming a little bit. Because initially what I found that they kind of do is they change the center of gravity up on your bow just a little bit to where it gives you to where it puts it in a little bit different place each time. And that, personally, I found that to help how my bow aims in certain areas. Also, one thing I bet you're probably curious about is what the heck is this thing right here? Well, I'm gonna get to that here just now. What this is well, it's called a bow hitch. I'm not sure if you can see the letters right here. Maybe you can. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, what it actually does is it gives you a hands-free way to comfortably carry your bow around. And I actually have my backpack right here. It's got quite a bit of stuff in it, but it has the other part of the accessory on it. The other part that goes with this on it. So I can demonstrate what it does. So it comes with this strap that you clip onto the backpack, and it has this little loop. And with this hook here, you feed this loop through it, and you can set your bow down right next to a side, or just the strap to however you want to. Bring your bow up or down, and it creates a really convenient way to carry your bow without having to manhandle it so much. And since it's kind of a mobile strap, you can be real loose with it. Like if you're walking through the woods, if you gotta move your bow around some to get over stuff, you can. So that's kind of neat, in my opinion. Also, I am running a system called Unbound Strings. It's a company I happen to find out about this year that I really like, and they're supposed to make non-stretch strings, which I think is awesome compared to all the other stuff that's out there these days. And well, I haven't had any issues with these strings stretching at all, to be honest with you. And I really like them. Got them in the color I think this is called Pine Green right here. I also got me a Hampski I'm just gonna call it a Hunter's Edition peep sight, just because I don't know the name of it. And that's pretty much what my bow build is. Also, one thing I did happen to forget to mention is the quiver, which it happens to be packed away right now, and that's why I'm not gonna be able to get to it right now, really. But yeah, that's my bow build for 2025, and well, it's probably gonna be a bow build for quite a while after that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and hit the notification button to get notified for any other videos in the future. And if this is the first video you've seen of me, you might consider going back and checking out some of my other ones to get an idea what my channel's all about. Currently I'm just starting out with it, trying to grow it as much as I can, and hopefully make something of it someday. And also, leave down in the comment section what you think about my bow build. Is there anything that you think I should look into at some point, or do you think my bow build is really cool? Well, until next time, guys, catch y'all on the next one.